Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Miss Farah's online classroom. It's so great that y'all are all here and watching the videos every day. Keep up the good work while you're at home. Very quickly, we're going to go over our sight words for this week, and then we're going to review the 5 W's. So let's go ahead and get started. So today is Thursday. So it's the day of the week. So if today is Thursday, that means yesterday was Wednesday. Very good. And tomorrow will be Friday. Very good. The month is May. The day of the month is the 7th, and the year is 2020. Let's go ahead and review our sight words. We want to make sure that we're doing this every day and that we're working really hard on our sight words at home. They're very, very important. They're going to get us ready for first grade next year, and I know we're all very excited about that. So the first one that we have is each, E-A-C-H, each. Try to say them at home before I say them on the video. Our second one is find, F-I-N-D, find. Number 3 is first, F-I-R-S-T, first. Number 4 is came, C-A-M-E, came. Number 5 is gave, G-A-V-E, gave. Number 6 is about, A-B-O-U-T, about. Number 7 is one, like the number 1, O-N-E, one. Number 8 is make, M-A-K-E, make. Number 9 is time, T-I-M-E, time. And number 10 is into, I-N-T-O, into. So very quickly this morning, you can look over your sight words and rainbow write your sight words. So try to use either each color of the rainbow for each letter in a word, or I know Isaiah a couple weeks ago made a rainbow out of his sight words, and it was actually really cool. So you can do it that way too. Either way, it's up to you. Just make sure you're practicing your sight words today, just because we do have our sight word test tomorrow, and I want to see everybody getting 100 on it like we usually do in class. Okay, very quickly this morning in phonics, we are going to practice our CVC words. So that means that you should be sounding out each letter in a word and writing it down as you do it. So a good CVC word that we use a lot in class is dog. So it would be, somebody would tell you a sight word, or not a sight word, a CVC word. So you say dog, and you write duh. So what's the first sound that you hear in duh, duh, duh? D, ah, O, and g, 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 dog. Another one is cat. So if the first sound you hear is k, 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 you know it's a s, k, a, and then t, 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 t. So we want to make sure we're doing each sound, and we're doing this with 3-letter words. So while you're at home, you can have maybe one of your parents or a sibling tell you a word that has 3 letters in it, and I want you to try to write it down yourself, or at least sound it out with them and try to figure out which letters you're hearing. It's really helpful, and it'll help us with our reading. Very quickly this morning, I did want to go over the 5 W's. So the 5 W's are found in books, and they tell us different things about books. So the 5 W's are who. So who is in the story? So the who is the character or characters. There can be a lot of different people in a story. The second one is what. So what is the story about? So what happens in the story? The third one is where. So where does the story take place? That means it's a setting. So where is it? Where are they going? Are they in a forest? Are they in a castle? Where are they? The fourth one is when. So when means time. So does it start off saying a long time ago, maybe in a castle? So you'd say when was a long time ago. Why is like, why would they write this story? Why were they doing something? So why was she going to the dance? So why was something happening? So you can look at all of these different things in a story and try to find them. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, there we go. So you can look it through a story. So maybe if we were doing Cinderella, so we all know the story of Cinderella. So who is the person in the story that we're talking about the most? So the who is Cinderella. Or you could say the stepsisters or Prince, right? Prince Charming. So any of those can be the who. What is happening? What's happening in the story of Cinderella? What's it about? Right, she's trying to go to a dance, right? So we could put trying to go to a dance. Where is the story at? So Cinderella takes place in two places. So it's at her house and then also at the castle, right? So those are the where it takes place. The when, so whenever you start a fairy tale, what does it always start with? Long time ago. So you could write a long time ago. And then why? Why is this happening? So why is Cinderella having to sneak into the dance? Or why is the prince looking for her? So the why is kind of a more broad question. So it's not something that's going to be easy to answer in a short amount of time. So why, you could say, is she was trying to get to the ball. Yes, you could say trying to go to the ball. So she was trying to go to the ball or trying to go to the dance. You could also say, it's kind of hard to read, there we go. Trying to go to the ball. Sorry, Miss Mayor's handwriting is not very good today. Or you could say she's trying to get away from her evil stepmother, or she's trying to meet the prince. There's a lot of different reasons why we can put why. Now, it's really important to cover with these is some stories don't have all of these things. So some stories might not have a when. They might not say a time that it happened at. But you could say in the morning, in the afternoon, during the day. That could also be what you say. It might not tell you a long time ago. So one story that's like that, that might not have every element of that, is The Mixed Up Chameleon by Eric Carle. And I know we've read this book before, but it's a really good book, and it's an easy to follow book. So let's go ahead and review that, and we'll read it together really quickly, and then we'll answer the 5 W's of it. Okay, on a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, it turned sparkling green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. When the chameleon was hungry, it sat still and waited. Only its eyes moved up, down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It was not very exciting, but one day. The chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. The chameleon thought, how small I am, how slow, how weak. I wish I could be big and white like a polar bear. And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. I wish I could be handsome like a flamingo. For a flamingo. I wish I could be smart like a fox. Skull foxtail. I wish I could swim like a fish. Oh, it grew gills? Fish. I wish I could run like a deer. He's looking a little crazy right now. I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe. He got a giraffe neck. He doesn't even look like a chameleon anymore. I wish I could hide in a shell like a turtle. I wish I could be strong like an elephant. I wish I could be funny like a seal. Got little seals. I wish I could be like people, but just then a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry, but the chameleon was very mixed up. It was a little of this and a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. It's got a hat and an umbrella. I wish I could be myself, the chameleon said, and its wish came true, and it caught the fly. The end. So I like this book because it's quick and we can cover it really quickly and read it fast, but it also tells a really good story about being yourself, right? So if we were going to say the 5 W's about this book, so let's erase what we did for Cinderella. So we need to do the 5 W's of the Mixed Up Chameleon. So this might be a little bit difficult. We might have to think a little bit harder than we did for Cinderella because the Mixed Up Chameleon might not have everything that we had for Cinderella. So the first thing that we need to discover or figure out is the first one is who. So who was this story about? Yeah, the Mixed Up Chameleon, right? The Mixed Up Chameleon. So that is the who. That is who the story was about. So what happened in the story? And like maybe a couple words. What happened in the story? Let's think about it. So maybe the chameleon turned into different animals. So the chameleon wanted to be someone else. So he wanted to be someone else. And that's really sad because we like the chameleon the way it was. Where did this happen? So where were they? They said it at one point that he was on a leaf and then he went somewhere and saw a bunch of different animals. Where'd he go? He went to the zoo. Very good. So the zoo. So he went to the zoo. Now, when is a hard one in this? Because it doesn't ever say a time. It wasn't like the other one we read where every hour was documented. But if we open the book and look again, we can see a sun, right? And it's sunny pretty much the whole book. You don't ever see the sky come out or the nighttime come out. It's always pretty sunny. So we could say when was maybe during the day. So day, so the day. So we can just say the day or maybe during the day. Either one is up to you. But sometimes the when is a little bit harder in books because sometimes they don't tell you exactly when something's happening. So for that one, you kind of have to use your detective skills. Look through the book and figure out when you think it's happening. Now finally, the why. So why did he want to be someone else? Why? What was he thinking? So for this one, we can also look back in the book. And it says it right before he became a polar bear. He said, he saw so many beautiful animals. The chameleon thought, how small I am, how slow, how weak. I wish I could be a big and white like a polar bear. So he thought he wasn't good enough, right? So he thought he could be stronger or better, right? So you could say why is because he wanted to be a different animal, right? So maybe he wanted to be stronger and bigger, right? Those are 2 reasons that they said in the book. So that is our 5 W's that we've come up with for our book. And this is something that we can do for any book that we read because they're always going to have the 5 W's in them. So today at home, I want you to look at your own book and try to find the 5 W's yourself. So try to look through the book and find the 5 W's that you can find in your book. And it might be a little bit hard like it was for the Mixed Up Chameleon for some points, but you just have to use your little detective skills and try to look through the book and find out all the information you can about it. So go ahead and do that today. I can't wait to see what y'all do today. I love getting the pictures from you. And I know that this will be a little bit hard, but I know y'all can do it because y'all are super smart and y'all got this. Y'all are going to do a great job. Try to finish or get close to finishing your writing today, practice your math, and do your science as well, and social studies. I know Ms. Adams said that she loves seeing all of y'all get on and do the work. So keep it up. I love when other teachers get to see y'all's work too, because then I get to brag a little bit. So go ahead and keep it up. Don't forget you can get for library today or PE. It's up to you. And then Miss Umazor will always do art at the end of the day. She'll post something or maybe do a video about it. It's up to her. You can always log on and check out all of her stuff that she's done. And if you fall behind in those, it's okay. I understand. I just want you to have a lot to do at home, so that way that you're not bored and sitting around. So keep up the good work. I miss all of you, and tomorrow is our Zoom meeting, so I'm so excited. I'll get to see all of y'all's beautiful faces. Very quickly, don't forget to get on Imagine Learning twice every day. It's the best thing that you can do at home, so keep doing that. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye.